Make sure that we're live in the right places.
And we'll get started in just a minute.
Okay, it looks like it's populating there, but only old videos are coming up. So hold on.
Hold everything.
Oh, I think we are live. Nope.
Let me look.
People are commenting on old videos.
Oh.
And it's messing me up. It's bringing them all down. Let's see. Wow. Okay. All right. It says we're streaming and it says people are joining us. Are you able to see it? Okay, I see it in my
I just
group.
let some more people into the group.
Oh, good. I let a whole bunch of
Yes.
people in
We're
to our
there.
group this morning. Welcome everyone who's
Yes.
new. Okay, good. There we are.
Yes, I see us in Co-Creating Miracles. Where else are you streaming it?
I'm streaming it into my group too.
Okay.
Why can't I find you here?
Miracle Healing.
We are here live. Okay. So I am not going to look at that anymore.
You're welcome, Teresa.
A lot of you guys are here with us on Zoom, so that's awesome. We've almost hit our capacity here. By the time we actually get underway, we probably will have hit capacity because there's more people coming in. We're just a couple more people, a couple spots for more people, and that's it.
Yes. And then anyone
yes,
else will have to view this in the respective Facebook groups because it will be there.
Yes.
Right,
So there's a couple questions about replays. Yes, we will be sending the replay out. It's also going to be immediately available in our group, Co-Creating Miracles with Kimberly and Alicia. You can find it there. Yeah, that's all the questions I'm seeing. I think just lots of hellos. It's so good to see all of you guys. So welcome. Just a quick introduction for any of you who may not know either one of us. I'm Alicia Hartzell, creator and founder of Sacred Soul Alignment, co-creator of Sacred Light modality, which you guys are going to be experiencing that today, that we created together. We're going to be working with a lot of Sacred Light tools and technologies on this healing journey that we're going to be taking you guys on in just a couple of minutes.
Yay! For those of you that don't know me, I'm Kimberly Carlson, creator and founder of Energetic Allergy Healing modality, as well as co-creator with Alicia for all of our Sacred Light healing tools and training courses. Along with, we've done a lot of things together over the years, actually. So that's me. And there's so I'm excited to meet and connect with some of you that I don't know yet, but I'm seeing so many familiar faces here too. So just thrilled to be here with all of you today and to get to go on this healing journey together. Such amazing healing is in store for you. And we're really excited to share it with you. So, oh, we just hit 100.
Yes.
There it is. So we're at capacity for our Zoom meeting today. So that's exciting.
That's awesome. Love it. Hi, Sherry Lynn. Okay, so we're going to be taking you guys on this heart healing and retrieving and activating journey using quite a number of Sacred Light tools and technologies. And after the journey, we are going to be sharing with all of you about our upcoming live retreat and certification class that we're holding in Mount Shasta this summer. So stick around for that if you're interested in learning about what we're up to there. And we're going to talk a little bit about the mountain itself because it's such an incredible place. And it's one of our favorite places on this planet. So, and we're also going to talk a little bit about some of the sacred light tools and technologies that are part of the certification class that we're actually teaching at the retreat, which is Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light. We've never taught a class, a certification class as part of a retreat before. We have held retreats, and we held one retreat in Mount Shasta that was amazing before the pandemic. So we're excited to be back there with another retreat. But this is going to be a brand new experience with actually being able to come to the retreat and come away from the retreat renewed and with a whole new certification and some really potent tools in your toolkit. So we're going to be sharing about that after the journey today. And recently we've had just a multitude of new technologies that have come in. It almost feels like a fire hose of technologies and information that have been coming in for us, which often happens when we commit to something and set a date for something. It's like all this new stuff begins to come in, new tools, new inspirations. So we're going to be sharing about some of the things that are new, brand new, brand new after the healing. And you guys are going to get to experience some of those brand new things today.
Mhm. Yeah, Linda's asking where is the retreat being held? So it's going to be held in Mount Shasta, California.
Which is the very northern part of California, just across the border from Oregon, actually.
Okay, and thank you, Carrie, for that. Carrie gave up her spot on Zoom and went to Facebook so someone else could jump in, and somebody did. So,
Awesome. Yeah, there's probably people that are sending us messages. We can't get into Zoom.
no.
Oh, hi,
Okay.
Pamela.
All right.
Yay,
So
Pam.
wonderful. So we're going to be sharing about some of these technologies. We even were we even had something really extra special happen recently on our trip to Palm Springs, actually, to Queets Canyon.
Oh, I'm glad you remember the name of that because
It's a little tricky. It's
I
a little
couldn't
tricky
capture
name.
that.
Yeah, to Queets. I believe that's the right pronunciation. And where we actually had a few more of these spiritual technologies come in for us, three, maybe four, I think three different ones, actually, while we were still there in Palm Springs, but after we had visited to Queets Canyon. And we actually had something happen there that we haven't had happen before, which is Alicia actually captured a photo of one of the spiritual technologies, and we will share that with you today so you can see it. Pretty
Let's
amazing.
see. Should we go ahead and share it right now?
Let's share about it when we get there.
Okay, after the journey?
Let's save that. Well, yeah, or maybe I don't know. If you want to share it now, go for it.
Let's share it after the journey.
Okay. All righty. So stay around for that as well if you're curious and you want to take a peek at one of those sacred light technologies. Okay. So I feel like, do we want to talk about anything before we jump in? Anything else before we jump into the healing?
Maybe just kind of a little bit of preparation in case any of you have not experienced healing with both of us before. So we're going to be using a modality that we have co-created, that we've been given a lot of technologies, sacred technologies, that are part of one of the classes that we teach together, which is Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light. So we're going to be utilizing only Sacred Light healing tools today for this journey. And it's a lot of energy. So for those of you who may not have experienced healing with both of us together before, just be aware that you're going to be receiving a lot of energy. And some things that can be helpful for you as you're processing this energy through the rest of the day is just making sure that you drink a lot of water. Water is really important for allowing energy to move through you easily and more quickly. You may feel a little bit spacey afterwards if you get ungrounded easy. So just being aware of grounding yourself and anchoring yourself, which we will do for you at the very end of the call. But just being aware of that, if you feel ungrounded at all, just feeling into your connection with the heart of Gaia, that helps to ground. The water will actually help ground you. You may feel hungry or thirsty afterwards because we run a lot of energy together.
Yeah.
So, if you guys have any questions about any of that, you can type them in the comments and we'll do our best to answer after the journey. But this is a journey that we're going to be working with the heart. We're actually going to be taking you into your own heart and using the technology that we actually are going to show you a photo of afterwards to locate shattered, fragmented aspects of your heart. And we're going to help retrieve those, clean those up with our Sacred Light Foundational healing tools. Any of the trauma that may have caused or contributed to the fragmentation, and calling those back in so that you can experience your own heart as whole, healed, and complete. And then we're going to be utilizing some of our other tools to really activate the word that we were hearing was your spiritual heart. And activating your high heart. And we're going to be bringing in some really, really high frequency tools. The Sacred Light Unbounded Love of Heaven and the Bounty of the Universe at the end to really allow you to feel your own heart from at a soul level, just that activation of your truest heart and a reconnection with your heart. So by the end of this, you're going to feel very expanded.
Mm-hmm. The heart is the most important thing that we can be working with, working on, bringing healing for, which is all wrapped up in also healing our relationship with ourself, healing our relationship with love, healing our relationship with our heart, right? That's all intertwined. Those of you that are here, even if you aren't familiar with me yet, or maybe you're not familiar with Alicia yet, you're familiar with one of us or both of our work together, and you have noticed that when everything that we do for healing, we start everyone with that meditation type process to get really grounded and to get really connected to your higher guidance systems and to Creator, right? And we always start with the heart, and we work with the heart. We work with the breath, your breath and your heart. And that is so intentional, because the heart, connecting to the heart is fundamental or necessary to get really grounded into the high frequency energies of Gaia, our fifth dimensional earth, and to our own divine aspect, and to really connect into that source energy at the deepest, kind of highest level. It's all through the heart. We can look at the heart even as the gateway to the new heavens and the new earth. So it is part of our ascension journey, our spiritual evolution journey, and it's paramount to be working with. And this is why we felt really guided to do this with those of you in our community that felt called to join us for this today. So again, make sure you're hydrated and that you're in a place where you can, relax, close your eyes even, but have some, maybe 15 minutes or so of quiet space. But also know that you can come back to this too if you don't have that right now, so that you can really be present with your heart, be present with yourself, be present with all that's streaming through for you here with these sacred light technologies and tools today to work with healing your heart.
All right. I think we're ready to get started.
Okay. Bronia is saying apparently Facebook Live is not streaming, at least for a friend of mine. Can you help her, please? Oh, no. Oh, she's back on Zoom. Oh, she got into Zoom. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a little tricky.
Yeah, we're
Sorry.
streaming in multiple places actually. So, and I
All
can
right.
see that there's quite a few people joining us in
Mhm.
all of those places.
And if you're on one or both of our email lists, we will be sending this email out to our communities after our email communities. So as well. Okay. Excellent. I think we're ready.
All right. So we're going to take you on a little journey to just get grounded and connected and to really get into the quantum field so that we can create this instant change, instant transformation. This journey will be about 20 to 25 minutes long.
I had
And
said 15 or so. So,
oh, you
so
did? Okay.
she's better at time management and time understanding. She has a better relationship with time than me. My overly sometimes optimistic nature sometimes isn't always accurate with time. So go with that 20 to 25 minutes for having some quiet space where you can be really present with the healing today.
Good. I didn't even hear you say that. I was looking at all the, I was checking on all the live streams. All right. Um, let's go ahead and begin. Normally I play my bowls when I do this meditation, but I've got them
We
set up
can.
here. Should I
Yeah,
put them? All right.
absolutely. If you're set up and ready to do that, then I say
I have them
do
set up from class yesterday still, so
good.
I will
Perfect.
do that. So I've got a couple of crystal tones alchemy bowls, and these just help. They just add some extra magic
Well, and
to this
also
work.
they're appropriate today too, because they are also from Mount Shasta.
Yes,
That's
both
where
of these.
you got those. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So just get comfortable. You can lie down if you would like, or sit up, however you're most comfortable. And here we go. So just taking a moment to get comfortable, sitting up with your spine straight and your feet flat on the ground or lying flat. Settling into your body, bringing all of your awareness into this present moment and just relax. Closing your eyes, allowing yourself to land right here, right now. Allowing your body to relax even more. And just placing your focus and awareness onto your heart and just breathe. Allowing your breath to slow and deepen. Breathing as if you're breathing directly from your heart. Allowing your inhale and exhale to slow to about a count of 5. Inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continuing this long, slow, deep breath through your heart as you bring your awareness to the energy of compassion. Compassion being one of the highest frequencies that we can access and one of the building blocks of creation.
There's a whole bunch of noise. There's a whole bunch of background noise coming from somewhere. I just feel like it's really distracting.
Yeah, my computer fan just came on.
Oh, sorry.
I'm trying to see what's causing the problem, but we may need to start over here. Sorry. It's hard for me to tell what the mic is picking up there. Let me just close a couple things. Okay, it went off.
Yeah, Hadri says too many tabs open.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
that's
actually,
better.
I only have a couple tabs open, so that's not the problem.
It's weird.
I'm just seeing what the activity.
I wouldn't have said anything, but it was actually drowning out your voice and stuff. So
Okay, yeah, that's good to know because I can't tell that.
yeah.
All right. I was recording on GarageBand as well, so I'm just going to go ahead and close that. My activity monitor says everything's good, so I've been having trouble with this computer, actually the fan coming on unexpectedly. So let's just set the intention that that does not happen. And apologies, you guys. Let's go ahead and start over here so that you can really get connected, since that probably pulled you out. So just really taking a moment to drop back down into your heart, and I'll go through this a little bit more quickly. And just really placing your focus and awareness onto your heart and your breath. Allowing your breath to slow and deepen to about a count of 5. And just continuing this long, slow, deep breath through your heart as you bring your awareness to the energy of compassion. Compassion being one of the highest frequencies that we can access, and one of the building blocks of creation. I invite you to see, sense, feel, or imagine the energy of compassion as a beautiful pink light surrounding you. And as you breathe through your heart, just using your intention to breathe that pink light of compassion into your heart, allowing this energy to fill and expand your heart. And with your next breath, allowing this energy of compassion to expand into every cell of your body, feeling the cells of your body vibrating with the frequency of compassion. And with your focus and awareness on your heart, feeling into the heart-to-heart connection between your heart and the heart of Gaia, the ascended aspect of our earth plane, and the heart-to-heart connection between your heart and the heart of creation, pure source energy. Noticing the beautiful golden light in the heart of Gaia and the glorious iridescent light in the heart of creation. And with your next breath, simultaneously begin to breathe in this golden light from Gaia and iridescent light from the heart of creation into your heart. And as you breathe these energies into your heart, allowing the golden light from Gaia and iridescent light from the heart of creation to merge with the pink light of compassion, creating a beautiful iridescent rose gold light. Allowing this light to expand your heart even more. And with your next inhale, allowing this light to fill all the cells of your body, expanding beyond your physical body, going 12 feet out in all directions, filling your entire toroidal field, your entire energy field, creating a beautiful, iridescent, rose gold ball of light that you are in the center of. And just taking a moment here to notice how loved, nurtured, safe, and protected you are in this space. And as you continue breathing through your heart, imagining the beautiful iridescent light flowing down from the heart of creation, connecting you with the energy of all that is, with potential, with possibility, with pure source energy. Allowing this energy to move through your entire chakra column and traveling all the way down into the heart of Gaia. And imagining the beautiful golden light from the heart of Gaia flowing up, connecting you with the infinite wisdom, wealth, knowledge, and abundance that Gaia holds, coming all the way up through your entire chakra column and traveling all the way up into the heart of creation. And as these energies flow in, through, and around you, witnessing the beautiful ball of light that you are in, expanding with every breath you take. And now we invite you to feel into your heart-to-heart connection between your human aspect and your divine aspect, the highest aspect of your soul that's guiding you through your human experience. And now allowing your human aspect to merge with your divine aspect. And as you merge with your divine aspect, feeling yourself expanding into all of this light surrounding you. Feeling yourself expanding infinitely, expanding all the way into the heart of creation, expanding all the way into the quantum field where all potential and possibility exists. And as we move into the healing, just staying in your heart, breathing through your heart, connected to the energy of all that is. Just breathe and allow yourself to expand into the energy of all potential and possibility. And just really connecting in with your own heart, dropping deep, deep down into the most sacred space of your heart. Good.
All right, so now you guys are in the perfect space to move into the heart of the healing today. And we're going to start by really preparing you on all levels to receive the healing that's coming in for you today at the deepest levels. So I'm going to run Sacred Light open for you now. Divine Love and Light, Creator, change it. Okay, good. And next, I'm going to run a couple of different Sacred Light tools. The first one is the Sacred Light Technology Tune-Up Attunement. And just to keep it super short, this healing is going to bring through, it really ultimately brings through an upgrade to your whole operating system. And that it's cleansing out spiritual technologies that are no longer in resonance with you, as well as upgrading the technologies that you are currently working with, consciously or unconsciously, that you are in resonance with. It's updating them with the highest light available at this time. Okay, and then also running the sacred light purification here to really bring through purification for your heart, for your body, for you and your environment, which is also going to create the most optimal place for you to receive these energies and the activation that's coming through for your heart. Okay, so running these now, divine love and light, creator, change it. And just cleansing out any dense, low vibrational energies that are in your body, in your field, whatever is priority for you in this moment is what's going to be clearing, and what is clearing. Good. And then bringing in and activating, working with a brand new technology we were mentioning earlier. And this is the Sacred Light Location Technology. It is a locating device, multidimensional locating device. And so we're bringing this in, we're working with this today to locate shattered or fragmented pieces or aspects of your heart out there in any place, space, or time, timeline, dimension, reality, lifetime. If you think of the app that you have on your phone, Find a Phone, Find My Phone, this is similar to what this spiritual technology is doing. It's locating these parts of fragmented, wounded pieces of your heart so that we can find those, heal those, and reclaim those, reintegrate those for wholeness and return of sovereign sacred power. This is coming in to do this job for you now, to work with all of us here for this intention, for this purpose.
So, as this is running, you may have awareness of shattered or fragmented aspects of your heart. In other places, you may be feeling those, the connection to those, or you may just be feeling energy, or you may just be relaxed.
Beautiful. And as these priority, most optimal parts and aspects or pieces of your heart are located here, we're going to do some deep healing work on these parts of your heart now. Utilizing sacred light tools here. And we're going to actually start with an intention download, bringing in a feeling as a download here to really open this up for the healing to go deep here. So the first thing we're going to bring in here is, I know what it feels like to have a whole and complete heart. I know what it feels like to have healed heart. I know what it feels like to be safe, and that I am safe, that it is safe for me to reconnect with these parts and aspects of my heart, all parts and aspects of my heart. What it feels like to be in peace, balance, and harmony with these aspects and parts of my heart. So just bringing these in as downloads here. Divine love and light. Creator, change it. Okay, so I'm also hearing to bring in the download. I know who I am when my heart is whole, complete, and healed. Bring that in now. Divine love and light, creator, change it. Beautiful. And following that up here, we're going to run the sacred light purification again, but we're running it literally on these parts and aspects of your heart that have been located through the sacred light location technology for each of you. So running the sacred light purification, also running the sacred light oath, vow, and contract healing, sacred light entity implant and portal healing, and the sacred light belief healing. Working with all of these sacred light tools here to cleanse and clear, purify, and heal these parts and aspects of your heart, to clear and release any oaths, vows, or contracts to stay, to fragment from parts of your heart or disconnect from parts of your heart, to stay disconnected or fragmented off from these parts of your heart that we're working with today. And to clear any other dense or low vibrational energy pattern that has created distortion in your connection with these parts of your heart, or that has created blocks to healing these parts of your heart and reclaiming them and reintegrating them. So all that's happening now, running all of that for you with these parts of and aspects of your heart now. Divine love and light, creator, change it. Good. And now running the sacred light relationship healing for you with these parts and aspects of your heart that have been located, that are being healed, that you're working with today. So running that now. Divine love and light, creator, change it. Good. And also running the sacred light relationship healing for you with the primary person or people or beings involved with the traumatic or overwhelming experiences that created this wound, that created the fragmentation for these parts of your heart in the first place. Okay, so we're doing a lot of deep relationship healing work here. Running that now. Divine love and light, creator, change it. Beautiful. And now we're going to run reclaiming my heart. And I'm actually hearing to run to utilize the whole reclaiming series, just knowing that the most optimal, perfect, and priority of the tools that are part of the series, there's about 12 of them, and it's called the Reclaiming My Power series. So the most optimal ones within this set of healing tools is coming in and running for you to reclaim yourself, to reclaim your power, to reclaim these parts and aspects of your heart as healed, whole, and complete for reintegration. Okay, so this is running for you now. Good.
Good. All right. So now that we have reclaimed these parts and aspects of your heart, we're going to be bringing in the sacred light Merkaba, sacred light intention alignment, and calibrate to create. This is a new technology we received in Mount Shasta last summer. It's very amazing. To align you with experiencing your own heart as healed, whole, and complete. To align you with your heart of hearts, your true heart, with who you are on a soul level in your heart. So, as we bring in and activate these healing tools in divine love and light, thank you. Just feeling your heart, just noticing how expanded, full, and complete your heart feels in this moment. Just taking a few deep breaths into your heart, allowing yourself to receive fully everything that these energies have to offer you today. And just feeling the love, the peace, the joy that is flooding into your heart. And we're going to bring in a few more tools here to fully activate your spiritual heart, your sacred heart. So in divine love and light, calling in the sacred light heart and high heart healing tool. And just bringing your awareness to your high heart, which is above your actual physical heart. And just feel your heart expanding upwards into your high heart. And now calling in divine love and light, sacred light, unbounded love of heaven. This is a big energy. For many of you, I'm seeing it actually coming into the back of your heart, so you may be feeling energy there. And just taking a few deep breaths here to allow yourself to receive what's most optimal for you from this healing tool in this moment. And just taking a deep, deep breath, breathing all the way down into your belly so that you can fully receive this energy. And just thinking about the words unbounded love of heaven. Allowing that energy to permeate every cell of your body, all of your energy bodies, feeling how expanded you are in this unbounded love. Good. And now our final tool in divine love and light, calling in sacred light, bounty of the universe. And this is really connecting you with exactly what it says, the bounty of the universe. Allowing your heart to expand and fill even more. allowing all of this energy to completely fill your energy field. And just taking a couple more deep breaths in this space before we anchor it in. And as you breathe in, just feeling yourself breathing in that unbounded love and the bounty of the universe. Good. And let's go ahead and anchor in all of this amazing, incredible energy that's come through. We have a tool that we use for anchoring so that you can hold on to this healing and allow it to become a part of you. And it's called Sacred Light Close. So Divine Love and Light, calling this in now. Thank you. Good. And now just taking a moment to really feel into your heart, to feel yourself on this soul level, and to feel the right reconnection with your heart, with aspects of your heart that you may not have experienced yet in this lifetime. And with that reconnection to these aspects of yourself and your heart, just becoming aware of your surroundings, of your physical body. And when you're ready, take a deep breath and open your eyes. Good. So you guys are the first to have experienced actually many of these tools that we just brought in today, other than ourselves. I don't think we've used, well, we definitely haven't used the locator technology before with anyone else. And I'm not sure that we've ever actually run Unbounded Love of Heaven for anyone besides ourselves.
We haven't. Yep.
We've had that tool for a long time, and we were guided that people just weren't ready to receive it yet, but it came through for you all today.
Mm-hmm. Michelle says I have aching in my head and heart area now gone. Perfect. Beautiful. Athena, am I able to request a replay? Missed half of it. Yes. So it stays there in Facebook for you. So you can just start at the beginning anytime. And we will be sending out the replay to our email communities. If you're on one or both of our email lists, you'll definitely be getting that.
And Athena, you are, and it'll be a replay that's either YouTube or Vimeo. So you don't have to be on Facebook to receive that. As always, we love to hear your feedback. It's helpful for us and everybody else when we share our experience. It can actually unlock something for someone else who's reading that. So please do comment with your experience. And
Go ahead.
we do recommend repeating this healing.
Yeah.
So you can come back to the replay. If you're watching it online, wherever you're watching it will be automatically a replay when we're done. And if you're watching on Zoom and you're not on Facebook, just watch for our email that'll come out tonight.
Yeah, so lots of comments coming in. Kathy says, amazing. That fit in perfectly with thoughts that I was having about my next growth I needed. Can't wait till I can do it again. Yay. Good. Alan says, I have a real deep sense of peace after that healing. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Dana says that was deep and powerful. It's going to be unpacking over a few days, I feel. And this is true, and that's a good point. You may feel that you're processing what's come in for you here for today, tomorrow, maybe the next day. For some, maybe even a little bit longer.
And there's a question, will this be on Kajabi? No, it will not be on Kajabi, although I think it would be an absolutely wonderful bonus for those of you who are joining us for the retreat to begin preparing you for the retreat. So I think we will absolutely put it there. Um, but other than that, we don't have the place on Kajabi for free master classes. Those usually just go on Facebook, YouTube, or Vimeo.
Wow, lots of comments still coming in. So you've had some pretty amazing experiences. Thank you for sharing. And then it released. Yeah, Edith, I'm reading your comment. That was amazing. I felt my heart a little aching and poking, little needles, and then it released. Yeah. I was dealing with a loss of 40 years and I feel now more peaceful. Excellent. Oh, so glad to have all of you here with us for this healing. There's a good question here. Is retreat women only?
No, men are welcome. We had one man come to our last retreat in Mount Shasta, and he was such a perfect fit um, and a delight to
That's great.
have. There is a we are so let's just dive into talking about the retreat.
Yeah.
Um, because I actually have a hard stop in about 25 minutes.
Oh,
So
let's dive
take
in.
my um, yeah, there's a lot of questions here. So, can people who can't join in person sign up for the summer adventure? We've had that question a lot already. And yes, for those of you who are interested in co-creating miracles with sacred light certification class, you can sign up for just the class, and then you'll be able to join us live, where we'll be teaching in Mount Shasta for the classroom portion of the retreat. We'll be Zooming that live, and then the replays will be available. So there's a question about the technology. Let me just bring that up if you want to start talking about some of the details, and I'll bring that technology up to share it on the screen here.
Yeah, there's so much to talk about now. There's so many. I mean, literally just in the past 6 months, the technologies that have come in for co-creating miracles. And let me just say this up front. Co-creating miracles is a class like no other. It's not a class like anything I teach. It's not on my own. It's not a class like anything Alicia teaches on her own. This is a spiritual technology based course. And we started working with technologies and teaching technologies um, really several years ago. We started the first time we taught co-creating miracles was in 2000. Was that 18, Alicia? I think the first time
I
we taught
believe
it.
so.
And
Yeah, so
nobody was talking about spiritual technologies or let alone teaching in a training course how to work with technologies the way we were at that time. Even we're hearing more about spiritual technologies more and more around the globe today. But we love working with spiritual technologies. They become part of who you are. They become part of your sort of your matrix, your makeup, and they are, once you're attuned to them, you are working with them even unconsciously. They just become a part of how you are operating in the world as an activator, as a healer, or as, whatever form of sort of light worker, purpose work that you're up to. And this is conscious and unconscious. So really amazing tools. They bring through an amazing amount of growth, spiritual evolution, upgrades to, your DNA, cellular upgrades. So much comes through with these technologies. They're amazing and they partner perfectly with everything you do as a healer. So if you're a sacred soul alignment practitioner, these tools are going to take you to that next level, and how you work with them along with your sacred soul alignment tools. Same with energetic allergy healing, and same with the other sort of sacred light tools that we teach as well in level 1, 2, 3, and when we teach level 4. That'll be true as well. So And other, many of you have other healing modalities in your toolbox too. These just empower you to work with all of your tools, all of your abilities and gifts on an expanded, powered up level. So that's kind of an overall of what this course is about. And when we first started out, I think we had 6 or 7 technologies that we taught in that course. And we literally have had that many brand new ones come in or more just in the past few months. So that want to come in and be a part of co-creating miracles, that want to come in to work and play with more of humanity on the planet. So we're really excited to be teaching this course and to be able to teach it live at the place on the planet that literally unlocked these for us. One of the main places that these technologies have streamed in for us, that we've been connected to them through. It's a powerful
Yeah.
text on the planet. Go ahead.
Yeah, so if any of you have ever been to Mount Shasta, you know what we're talking about. It is one of the most potent energies on this planet. And in fact, there is a documentary about Mount Shasta on Gaia TV. And we would highly recommend, if you're interested in Mount Shasta, if you're thinking about coming to this retreat, or if you are coming to this retreat, to kind of prepare yourself. It's a wonderful show on Gaia TV, and there used to be a way that you could share. So that people could watch for 48 hours, but I couldn't figure that out. But I'm going to share we'll send this out in the email too, but on Zoom, I'm going to share the direct link to that documentary. It's called Call of the Mountain. And that's if Mount Shasta calls to you, you know it. You can feel it. You feel it right now. And if these technologies call to you, you know it. And there's no better place in our opinion, on this planet to do this class other than Mount Shasta, and that's exactly why we're doing it here. So it will be a full certification class so as part of the retreat, all of these new tools and technologies that we've received will be part of this retreat, even though we've had the awareness that there are so many new tools and technologies, and we're still, 3-4 months out, 3 months away from the retreat now.
Yep.
It's July 28th through August 1st. So we know that we'll be receiving more because that's just what happens. And we have so many now that we have had the awareness that there is now a co-creating miracles with sacred light level 2. But for those of you who are coming to the retreat, you will be receiving all of it. And we're not charging for levels 1 and 2 if you come to the retreat. Those classes taken, anywhere else are going to be 2 different classes, and we're still receiving the details of all of that now. But just so you know, as part of the retreat, you will be receiving all of these tools, the new tools, the original tools. And then there's some activations that are part of co-creating miracles with sacred light that you guys experienced today. Sacred light open and close, which are invaluable, especially if you are a healer doing work out there in the world. Those are invaluable tools to set up a session to open somebody's energy field for fully receiving the healing, and then to anchor it in and clear a lot of that resistance that we can have to the actual healing work. The technology tune-up, which you guys received today, that's basically upgrading. It's like getting a huge spiritual upgrade to your whole entire system. And we won't take the time to really go deep into all of the tools because there's so many of them. Bounty of the universe, unbounded love of heaven. Those are activation type energies. You'll be receiving those. And then all of the technologies.
Hmm. And
Um,
I kind of talked right through you showing that image without really talking about the image itself. I got excited about just talking about, the overall picture of this course. But there's comments here, spectacular image. What is this technology called? So again, that one's relatively new. Sometimes names will shift a little bit as we work and play with them, get really familiar with them. But this is very clear that this is a location device. So we used this is the device that came in to locate those parts and aspects of your heart that needed the healing and reintegration. So
and
uh,
if any of you had a particular experience with that portion of the healing, we'd love to hear from you. This is the first time we've used that tool with other people.
mhm. Yeah, so it's a multidimensional location device. So if a part or aspect of your heart that was worked with today could have been in a different planetary system, actually, it could have been in a past life, it could have been an alternate timeline or reality. So all of the tools that we create together and individually, and Sacred Light is certainly no exception to this, but all of the tools that we create and work with are multidimensional tools. So they're working with all parts and aspects of your being through all space and time, right? So,
And I'm going to
yeah,
put the link here in Zoom for the registration page for the retreat so that you guys can look at the details as we're speaking. I'm going to try to drop it into Facebook too here. Um, so, as we said, this is not just a retreat, it is everything that a retreat offers in Mount Shasta, which is a lot. In addition to that, it is an actual class and a certification. So part of the time in the retreat we'll be spending in a classroom that is above a really cool spiritual store there in the heart of Mount Shasta. What is it called? What
soul
is that store
connection.
called? Soul
Soul
Connection.
connections. Yeah, it's right in the heart of
Um,
town.
and so we have the classroom for part of that time, and then we're going to be doing several really amazing excursions, and some of them are new. Some of them are things that we did not do last year, but some are last time, but some of them are the same because they're places that whenever we go to Shasta, we are so called to go to some certain places. One of those is a pyramid um, that is built on some private land, and I think we're going to have to take our people in two groups because I think it only fits 15 people. And by the way, there's 30 spots for this retreat total, and there's about a third of them, and maybe a little bit more, are taken already.
Mhm.
So there definitely are limited spots for
Yeah.
this. Um, and the pyramid is just, it's such an incredible experience with a group. We did it with our whole retreat group last time, and we've been into this pyramid many times, and the healing there that you receive there, it just continues over time to expand. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, and we've also received the Sacred Light technology, the intention alignment technology. We actually received it in that pyramid. So a really powerful little vortex in and of itself. It's really working with the vortex energy of the mountain, and that's pretty clear. So we'll be going there. We'll also be taking you to the Fairy Falls, which is a short hike, and it's not a hard one. It's not anyone can really do this hike unless, you have a
It
physical.
won't be like the hike we did on our last retreat,
Right, we did yes, we did one
which
that was
was
a little
amazing, but quite challenging.
was a little more challenging and we didn't quite understand that. So we've really considered that here. But we'll be taking you on a little hike to the Fairy Falls, which is where Sacred Light Calibrate to Create technology came in, and Sacred Light Bounty of the Universe. And we've worked with both of those here on this call today. And we'll be attuning you to those right at the falls where those came in. So that's going to be an
Excited
amazing
about that.
experience. And what else? We're going to be taking the group for a sound session and activation by the artist Blue Star Child in Mount Shasta, right in the town of Shasta. She's an amazing artist, working with the ascension energies of the mountain, working with the guides and beings, light beings there. An amazing channel. And
And we both actually have some of her artwork behind us. Maybe if I grab this, you guys can get a feel. This is one of her drawings. This one is called Universal Mother. Might be hard to see with the
light kind of
glare, but we discovered her. She has a little gallery in Mount Shasta, and we were so drawn there, and we just could not believe the energy that was in this gallery. And so we contacted her, and she's going to do a sound healing for us. She doesn't use crystal bowls; she uses a flute, and she sings, and she's just incredible. And I think we get to go to her studio for that, right?
Yeah, we get to go. We'll be in her studio for that. So she has her artwork in huge wall-size posters, prints, and they themselves, there's a lot of energy when you just walk into her shop. So a lot of activation is going to be happening for our group there. And so we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, and we have a bonus actually with her for those of you who are paying in full for the retreat, who are able to pay in full. We'll talk about the price in just a minute. Of a soul portrait with her. So you connect with her, and she actually draws something similar to this drawing that I just showed you. That is a portrait of your soul, which is pretty amazing.
Yes, and you get a little session with that from her.
Yeah. So there's a question, does it include accommodations? So that's a really good thing to talk about. We originally were not going to include accommodations because there's so much involved in this retreat, and it's hard to find a place to house that many people. But after sitting with it, we decided to include accommodations and not raise the price. So it's the same price that it was going to be without the accommodations. But we have rented, I think, 4 houses.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way that we're doing that is it's basically in order of who has signed up, you get to choose your room. So everybody who's already signed up has already chosen their house and their room. And I think one of the houses is full. Do you know?
I'm not sure if it's full or not. It may be. And not everyone gets their own room, just to be clear. There weren't too many of those. Some of the rooms have 2 or 3 beds in them. So now clearly, if we have a man coming or 2, we'll figure that out and room them accordingly, right? So that's cool.
Exactly. Yeah, I started to talk about that.
Yeah, so we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but we'll make sure that that's properly accommodated, right? So
yes.
yes, and Alan's iPad. Hi, Lindsay. I'm gonna get that down. I'm gonna remember that for next time. It's actually Lindsay. Okay.
Should we bring cash or cards
For
for purchases while we're there? Yeah. There are so many amazing opportunities to collect treasures if you love crystals or
crystal bowls.
we have bought almost all of I bought one of my crystal bowls here in Seattle, but the rest of them have all come from Mount Shasta. There's an incredible crystal tones gallery there. The woman who started it, her name's Bev, and she's no longer running the store, but she has done some sound healings for us in the past, and the energy in that store is just so beautiful, and the people that work there are amazing. We're also going to be, so you probably will want to bring home a few
Keepsakes,
treasures with you.
treasures.
Um, there's also, we've gotten drums there. There's a really cool store that has
Oh yeah.
drums.
I'm looking at my drum
Um,
right now.
yeah, so there's a
My
lot
doing.
to see, but it's not, one thing I love about Mount Shasta is that it's not yet touristy like Sedona. You know, the energy in Sedona is incredible, but I feel like it's gotten really muddy the last few years because it's become so touristy. And Shasta's not like that at all yet. So it's amazing, but there's still lots of opportunities for collecting treasures there.
That's right. It's a
Um,
little small town. And Sonia,
and speak,
Sonia says I'm
Sonia's
going.
coming.
Yeah, she's going. I'm so excited to meet you in person. So we're excited to see you too, Sonia, to connect with you there, spend time with you there. It's going to be amazing. And look at all the new tools you're getting that you didn't even know when you signed up. The technology is
Yeah, there's
coming
always
in.
more. That's one of the things about us when we teach. We always end up giving more than we promise because there's always more that comes through.
Yeah.
Um, and then also speaking of the sound healing, the Crystal Bowl shop, we are going to be going together as a group for a sound healing. The woman who does Crystal Bowl healings there is moving. It used to be Bev, and then it was another lady, and she's actually from Sweden, and she's moving back to Sweden next month.
We just
So
found
we're
that
still
out.
working those details out, but we have our own collection of crystal bowls. It would be kind of fun to do that on our own if that's what ends up happening. But you will also be receiving a crystal bowl healing.
Mm,
So the Blue Star Child, the Pyramid, Fairy Falls hike, the Crystal Bowl healing, and then we're also trying to work out an excursion on the mountain itself. It's a little bit tricky with the permit. They're very, very, very strict, especially up in Panther Meadows for groups. They don't allow any groups at all in Panther Meadows. So we will be guiding you guys to go and visit there while you're there on your own. But we can't take a group up there. But we're working on visiting another part of the actual mountain itself.
mhm. Yeah.
So the airport. So let's get into a little bit more of the details of the retreat. But the closest airports are um, Redding, California, and Medford, Oregon. And the closest really large airport, and both of those are about an hour from Mount Shasta. The closest really large airport is Sacramento and then Reno. Both of those are about 4 hours from Mount Shasta. And the people that are coming in, we're helping you coordinate, riding together from wherever you're flying into. For
Yeah,
train,
that's a good question.
yeah, that is
How
a
on
good
that?
question. I don't know that answer, but
Mhm. Yeah, we haven't considered that.
yeah.
Looked that up.
And we're
So
driving. We're
yeah, we
about eight
drive.
hours
It's
away.
about an 8.5 hour drive for us from Washington State. So we'll be driving out there. But yes, there can be, if you're coming to the retreat, you're feeling called, you want to join us for the retreat, we have a Facebook group for those coming so that you can connect with each other. You can make posts. You can say, hey, I'm flying into this airport. Want to share a rental car, whatever it is, you guys can make those connections and do some sharing there.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be carpooling going on. And then I actually have to hop off in like 4 minutes, but we haven't even shared what the investment is for this retreat.
I know.
So for the retreat, which includes the accommodations and the all of the excursions and the certification class, the full price is 3,300. There is a class that is a prerequisite for co-creating miracles with sacred light. that's really important foundational stuff that you need from us before you do this work, and that's Sacred Light Level 1. Normally that class is $997, but if you do not have Sacred Light Level 1, you can get the bundle of the retreat, Co-Creating Miracles, and Sacred Light Level 1 for just $3,600. So just $300 additional dollars for that class is normally $1,000.
Yeah, get you covered.
Yeah.
You'll get access to both of those. And then I also think we should say really quickly that when you register, you'll actually get access to Co-Creating Miracles now. It's in Kajabi, as well as Sacred Light Level 1. If you're needing that and you purchase that bundle, then you would get those now so that you can go through those and really start preparing your systems, right, for all that you're going to be receiving there. It's actually quite perfect because it's going to be a lot of energy, at the mountain, and being attuned to all of the technologies. It's going to be a lot. So it's actually really ideal that you have that access and you can go through that class as it is so that you can process a lot of the energy kind of ahead of time that you're going to be processing with the technologies and with the teachings in that course. But as it is, there are quite a few new tools that are not part of that. And so something else that we're going to be doing is making some recordings with some of these newer tools and getting them added, or getting you access to those. We're not sure how we're doing this level 1, level 2 thing right now, but those coming to the retreat don't need to worry about that at all because you're going to get all of it. But we're going to be giving you some things basically to really prepare you so that you're doing some of the processing and integrating up front, so that when we get there, you can just really integrate the teachings, the technologies easier, and enjoy your time with us and at the mountain.
Yeah, because just being in Shasta is a lot of energy itself. So we want to
Yeah.
really prepare you guys. So those of you who have signed up, hopefully you've dove into Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light. If you are already certified in Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light, we do have a discount, so you can just reach out to us privately for those of you who've actually already come through that class. And it's actually, now that we've received so many new tools, it's an incredible value for those who have come through before, to be able to receive everything that's brand new. So the dates are July 28th through August 1st. Vegan, gluten-free food. So none of the food is included. We tried to do that last time, and it was just really difficult with all of the food, needs of people. And since there's 4 different houses, and we're not staying in any of them, the food is not included. But Mount Shasta has an incredible amount of healthy restaurants, lots of
Grocery
gluten-free vegan
stores.
options.
Yeah, lots of vegan options. All of that will be there for you. And then the Airbnbs that we've rented, they're all houses. So there's also a kitchen, so you can prepare your foods there yourself for those of you that are like to do that, following certain diets or whatever. So you'll be able to do that there. So we're covering the certification, all the excursions, and the housing, right? But everything else would be, your travel expenses, your food expenses are yours. So for that.
Yeah.
So can you
Uh,
explain what the spiritual technologies are, or did I miss that? Is there something we could sum this up with? Because I wish we had more time.
I know. You can stay on, if you want to answer any more questions, but I'm gonna have to hop off. I have to get
Yeah.
my daughter and take her to an appointment. Um, I think the best way to describe spiritual technologies, well, that's a good question. Um, they're very different from like activation style healings. They are actual devices, technologies, but we just cannot hold them. They're spiritual. so they're intangible, but they are working just like for example, we have Sacred Light Roto Rooter, and that's literally working like a Roto Rooter on energies, on huge, big energy patterns. We have the transfiguration device, which works. You can run energy or intentions through this technology to really pinpoint and concentrate the energies. I love running alignments through the technology or through the transfiguration device, and you can like run an alignment into a specific organ or into a specific pattern. We could talk for hours. In fact, we should probably do another live stream where
Follow up.
we're talking about all these technologies,
Yeah.
because we could literally talk for hours about all these things. There's just, I mean, it's infinite what you can do with the tools that are just part of this class, let alone all the other things that we have.
Hmm. Yeah. And for me, um, I have a shorter time limit myself today too. So I think what we'll need to do is schedule a follow-up call. So just watch your email, watch Co-Creating Miracles group. We'll make a post when we can do a
Yeah.
follow-up call, and really let's think of it as a Q&A call. So any questions that you have that we're not getting to today, any questions that you're sitting with following this call, with the healing that you've just received, the technologies, the tools, the retreat itself, jot those down and plan on bringing those to the Q&A, and we will go deeper into each of the technologies, how they're working, why we love them, why we need them, how they're really um, transformational and working with us in amazing ways, and give those details. Some of those details and descriptions you can see on the Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light webpage. Did we put a link
Yeah. And that
in
doesn't,
there?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put it in again. And there's the new tools that have come in are not on that
Mhm.
registration page because when we created that, we didn't know about them yet. But these are truly cutting edge healing tools. There's really nothing like these out there that we're aware of.
Yeah, and
So,
I'm gonna let
well,
you
when we
go.
send out the replay, tonight, we will let you know when the Q&A is. We'll schedule that. Hopefully, we can maybe schedule that for this week. I know I've got some time, and we'll let you guys know when that will be. Um, and you can also, ask us your questions if you can't come to the Q&A. So I'm gonna hop off. Your co-host, you can end the meeting when you want to, unless you want to just wrap up right now.
No, that's fine, because I do want to say just a couple things, but then I'm gonna have to wrap up too. Okay.
Okay, so you can just end the meeting when you're ready, I
Okay.
believe. And
All right, cool.
before I stop my video, thank you guys so much for joining us. And we are so excited to meet those of you who are coming to Mount Shasta with us this July in person, to hug you and to have the opportunity to pass these tools on to you in such a sacred place. So, thank you again for being a part of this um, workshop.
Beautiful. See you. So what I would just say, I wanted to answer the question about spiritual technologies a little bit more, because they are that intangible, they're spiritual, they're unseen, right, by our main five senses, right? We don't see them with the physical eye necessarily, unless the light is just shining through something and capturing that, like we had that opportunity to capture up there at Tequit's Canyon. But that's the first time that's happened. So that was amazing. But if you think about, we work with spiritual technologies all the time. In fact, we are a spiritual technology. Okay, our chakras are spiritual technologies. If you look at Reiki symbols, most people are on the planet are familiar with Reiki. A Reiki symbol is a spiritual technology, a sacred geometry. We love sacred geometries, right? And we tend to be drawn to certain shapes, the Merkaba and pyramids and the diamond shape and a sphere. And And these are all also spiritual technologies. Okay. So, um, a crystal, even though we can see a crystal with our eye, they also really hold that they're a technology. They're just amazing, but with the consciousness. So just to kind of give you some ideas about, what are they talking about when they say spiritual technologies? And they just started to really stream in for us back in, I guess, 2018. We began to become more conscious or aware of these different spiritual technologies that were actually coming in for us to work with the healing work that we do on the planet, to assist us and assist us in our work, not just with healing ourselves, but with the role that we've stepped into and said yes to for, healing work for humanity and for the planet itself. So, and some of these new technologies that are coming in, you guys, are amazing and they're big. So there's this new technology, for better, we might end up renaming a few of these things a little bit or tweaking the names, but there's one that just came in called, we're calling it the Sacred Light Turbine Technology. And it's phenomenal. I couldn't believe the way it was working. It was working in a different way than any of the other technologies that we're working with. And it looked kind of like, if you take a cup, whoa, if you take a cup, turn it upside down, which I can't do because I have water in it. But if you take a cup, turn it upside down and squash it, and then sort of try to draw it out again. I don't know if that's going to make sense, but it's like rings, like a wider ring, followed by a less wider ring, a little smaller, a little smaller, a little smaller. Almost like looks like a big fan in a sense. When we see these things, they're hard to put words to sometimes. So just saying that up front. And anyway, the way I was shown to work with it when that came in was it's working in a huge way. Like you can use it to, I saw it pulling webbing. You can tell I'm not super prepared to talk about the details here because again, this is brand new, like really brand new that we're working with. But the first time I was shown how to use it and what to use it on, it was almost like a fan that's in reverse where it's sucking instead of blowing. So that turbine sort of energy, and it's sucking back in itself where you direct it. And I saw it pulling like what looked like webbing off of a huge structure. So there's a cleansing, a purifying that it's doing. And spiritual technologies, we give a job to. So we give them instruction as to what to do. So today, the Sacred Light locating device or technology, we use that to locate parts and aspects of your heart multidimensionally, wherever they are in space and time that are priority for you to have healed and reintegrated, right? So with technologies, we give them a job. And in class, we teach you how to work with the technology. We don't just attune you to them, we teach you how to use them. So kind of coming back to that turbine technology, that big sort of wind tunnel sort of looking thing that I saw, and it was but in reverse, pulling instead of blowing. You can use it on big things. It could be a whole hotel, a whole geographical location. Or we're being shown that we can direct it towards a specific pattern in a person even, and that it's going to go through to pull off or clean off the webbing, those discordant, distorted energies that we're asking it to work on. Again, giving it a job, and that it's going through, taking that pattern, taking that energy pattern and kind of pulling that out of your system, your energy bodies, all the way to the cellular level, the DNA, and going all the way back through all life experiences, timelines, realities, dimensions, really to that sort of original sort of seed point or creation of that pattern and cleaning that out. So, what all we can use it on, we're not even sure yet because we're working I'm seeing Tracy's question here, because we're newly working with it. So we'll have more information about it by the time we get to class as we work and play with it. The Sacred Light Orb of Protection is a brand new technology that came in. Those of you that are familiar with the shield that comes in with the Sacred Light purification, it's like a really upgraded, updated version of that in a sense, but it is a shield of protection that comes in, and it also can work in a really big way. It can come in for like a miles of radius of a geographical location, large structures, as well as smaller structures and places as well. Just an amazing technology for protection. And that's just two of the several that have been coming in, along with the Sacred Light location technology that we worked with today. And there's more that's been coming in that'll be part of this class. So when we get together again, we'll talk more about each one of these, since we just didn't have time for that today. And we can answer your questions, go deeper into that information. So we'll go ahead and plan that. Tracy says, Kimberly, where have these technologies come from? Are they from different parts of the universe? So absolutely. Where all they're coming from, we don't always have all of that information, but really high dimensional tools that are coming in from star seeds, planets that are much more spiritually evolved than we are. They're further along in their ascension process, if you will, than humanity here on this planet. But yet we're waking up here. We are awakening, and we are reclaiming our power and aligning with our true heart, our true self. We are aligning with soul purpose missions as we awaken. And as we do this, we are granted access to these amazing tools and technologies that are in alignment with who we are, and the work that we're doing. So I think, as Alicia was talking about earlier, if you feel that resonation with these technologies, with the work, with the healing that you're receiving, if you look at Mount Shasta and you're like, wow, I really would love to be there, there's a reason for that. And that just shows that on that soul level, you are in resonance, just like Alicia and I are, with the technologies that have where their energy is really strong. Access to these technologies is really available for us at the mountain, and that incredible vortex of energy that Mount Shasta is and is holding for the planet and for humanity. So that's kind of the short answer, even though it wasn't so short, about what are spiritual technologies, where are they coming from? Yeah, I mean, we know that personally, I know that I work with Andromedans. Andromeda is a strong energy for me, with energetic allergy healing, and everything that Alicia and I do as Sacred Light is a combination of all that we are connected to and working with for spiritual works and in healing. I know for Alicia, there's a real connection to Arcturus for sacred soul alignment. There's a strong Palladian energy with Sacred Light, but really it's not just one planet, one advanced sort of people or civilization where these are streaming in from. For Alicia and I, we know that, and we feel and know and sort of connect with light councils that are full of amazing light beings from different places and spaces and time in the universe. So Tracy says, I feel like Turians, Lyrans, technology connection. Yeah. Also remembrance to Hathors and sound, water connection. I love it. So yeah, Kathy, that's a great question. Are these technologies we will be able to use on others since it's a certification course? And that is yes, absolutely. That is our greatest joy, is to, beyond getting to heal ourselves and work on our own spiritual advancement, right? Our next favorite thing is to empower as many people as we can with these tools, right? So you can work with them, not for yourself, first and foremost, right? But then also on out, right? To clients, family members, friends, right? And then we create a huge ripple effect on the planet and for humanity. So absolutely. Yes, yes, and yes. All right, my friends, thank you so much for being here. Watch your emails, watch for Post and Co-Creating Miracles. We'll schedule a follow-up Q&A. Okay. And you have this out, so you can go to cocreatingmiracle.com. That's where, if you're not seeing the link now, I think Alicia put it in the Zoom chat in a couple of times throughout our call here. But that's where you'll find the Mount Shasta retreat, which is a combination of retreat and co-creating miracles with sacred light certification course. And it really is an advanced training, advanced healing training. And that's why there is that prerequisite of the sacred light level 1. Okay, but sacred light level 1, we bring through attunements that are necessary and needed to prepare your energy systems for sacred light, all the tools of the sacred light modality. So a lot of you do have that course, but those of you that don't, that you have the price point and the option to purchase the retreat for that will include that for just $300 extra for you. So that's a great deal as well. We wanted to make that easy for you to have if you're wanting to come to the retreat and you need it. Okay. So you'll see the 2 boxes where you can sign up. One if you need sacred light level 1, and one if you don't. Okay. All right. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Love to you all. Just taking you all in here one last time. And we'll see you soon. Okay. Bye for now.